Welcome to our spoilers review of Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Córdova.
Before we really say anything, I don't know if this is the final cover, but I love it. It's very simple. I'm not normally one for faces on books, but it works.
Anyways, this book embodies the spirit of diverse books very heavily. I'm not surprised because, like, Spanish girl on the cover, but I'm surprised that we had a lesbian relationship in here.
Yeah, the entire book it was slowly hinting at it, and I'm like, this is happening. I'm not reading, like, this is legitly happening. We're having looks. We're having looks.
It's kind of like, ooh, Spanish on the back, but it did not hint at the romance aspect of its diverse books. Yeah.
I really liked that it just, like, played it completely normal, which is the way it should be.
It was a great surprise.
More believable. Like, because, you know, in these stories, you know, you're going on a quest and you meet the boy and you end up with the boy and blah, blah, blah. And so that was starting to be set up and I'm just like, really? This feels so... like, okay, he's the first boy she technically talks to in the book.
Yeah.
And then he gets completely sidelined by the best friend, and I'm like, yes!
Yeah, and because the moment you meet Rishi, who's the love interest, you're like, oh, she's kind of, like, into this girl, but she doesn't know it. And I was like, I wonder if that's just the author, or if this is nope, this is happening.
So, our main character, Alex, what? It's so weird when you find a book that the main character shares your name. It's just...
I've only ever found one.
It's weird. But so the main character, she is a bruja. She does not want to be. She hates magic. She relates magic with, like, death and blood and destruction, and it's just this force that she doesn't want in her life because she wants to be normal. She wants to do normal girl things. She wants to go to, like, shows with her friend and, you know, be a teenager. So what she decides to do on her death day, which is the day they kind of bind your powers so you have more control over them and they get stronger, she decides she's gonna do this, like, wacky canto spell to sacrifice her powers, send them away, give them back. It goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Mainly the devourer, this creature thing that wants to be God, comes and steals her family, including her dead relatives, which I thought was hilarious. I'm like, hi.
Just everyone.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's in the middle of this party, like, all the spirits of her relatives are there, her, like, family's there, family, friends, and just all of a sudden they're gone. Like, this, like, Cthulhu-esque, like, thing just, like, sucks them all out, and she's just like, what have I done?
And you're like, how did you not see this coming? You've never done a spell before.
Very beginning of the book, you're setting up that spells are not things that you want to trifle with. Like, you do not mess with them. There are reasons your family has a spell book that has been passed down generation for generation, because this is not shit you want to mess with.
So yeah, she messed with it.
But she makes the adult decision to go after and save her family.
She picks up a boy named Nova, who she does not really trust. She's only met him like once or twice.
And he helps her open a portal to Los Lagos, which is kind of like this purgatory, fairy, alternate reality thing.
People have lived there, like witches have lived there before, but, you know, the Devourer came and shit got worse, and there were rebellions, and
There's a tree of life.
Yeah, the rebellions didn't go very well, and the Devourer is slowly getting more and more powerful. And she's just waiting for the right time. She needs an eclipse so that she can devour all the souls that the tree has gathered and then become a god and ascend to the real world.
You know, go and, like, deal with the next world. And so it's kind of a nice coincidence that this, like, wacky thing happens so she ends up there so she can stop her. It's just like, I'm gonna not just save my family, I'm gonna save this entire world. Which I like, yeah, I like that. I like that it wasn't just like...
my family.
She did at one point think about, I'll do anything, I'll, like, watch this world burn. The other two characters are like, whoa. So the book basically follows, you know, your usual fantasy quest. You go from, like, safety to danger to safety to danger to safety to danger to big final boss battle.
Yeah, okay, so her adventures in between, they're okay. Like,
they're very episodic.
They're nothing, like, thrilling or particularly new. I kind of liked the fairy banquet scene.
Yeah, at first I was just like, not this again, you know? Like, how many books have we read where it's like, don't eat the fairy food, don't do it. Like, I feel like it's very universal in many different mythologies that your equivalent of fairies don't eat the food because it's gonna mess you up. And rise. Now granted, I liked the minor reversal that the king is just like, really? I like you and I don't want to, like, do this, but I have to, and And I like that she forgives him and frees them, and that definitely helps her in her final battle.
Yeah, I like that reversal. It's like, I didn't really want to do this, so I'm kind of glad that you figured it out.
And I like how he's like, yeah, like, we're not in the fairy realm, so, like, the food's not gonna, like, it's not as permanent as it could be. And I'm just like, good cover.
Oh yeah, the Devourer has trapped a whole bunch of races that have rebelled against her. The fairies were one of them that she trapped, and they were like forced to trick her. There's the Avianas, which were cool. They're bird women.
Nova, he's very bad boy-esque, you know, street smart, blah, blah, blah. Your usual kind of YA protagonist that you normally throw at, like, your good girl female hero. And so, like, that felt very cliche. And I liked it because she was hiding everything behind the cliche, which was brilliant because she just, like, the author clearly just expected you to go with it. So when she started, like, messing with you later down in the book, like, you're so distracted by Nova and Alex, you don't really pay much attention to Rishi and Alex.
I did. I was like, bam!
And then
I see it coming!
And then you look back and you're like, oh, this was so good. This was like, I like that this was so subtle because, you know, you have so much focus on the romantic relationship and it's there, but you're too busy being like, well, this is a YA book and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Nova, he betrays her. He's working for the Devourer. He's basically signed a contract because he did not have a death day, meaning, like, his magic is not bound.
His magic is slowly killing him.
So the Devourer's like, yo, if you do like things for me, I will reverse your magic poisoning.
What else have I gotta lose? But it turns out he's got feelings for her, and it changes his mind, and he ends up helping her out in the end. She doesn't really forgive him too much,
Which
but
I liked. I liked, though, that she also acknowledged that she was attracted to him.
yeah.
That was nice.
Look, we have fluidity. So he kind of makes it up to her by bringing back her father, who ran away or disappeared years and years ago in the end, which was cool, and I'm like, I want to know what happened to him.
Because, like, she thought her father abandoned them, but it's clear he didn't. Something happened to him. Like, I don't know if he was kidnapped or something,
Or
but
like hit his head on a rock and
wandered off.
yeah, something happened to him.
I liked the sisters.
Yeah, they were good too.
I like the dynamic in her family. I liked the whole realization how family is important by the end of the book. It didn't feel too, you know,
yeah,
overbearing and forced. It's just like, okay, so we've accepted magic is important. We've accepted our family loves us. Like, accepted our history. Cool. It was good. I liked it. It was fun. It was...
I enjoyed it. Like, it's a very good start to a series. Are you gonna, like, obsess over it? No, but, like, it's super enjoyable.
It promises that it's going to be really solid
down the line.
Yeah.
So, if you have a chance, definitely pick up Labyrinth Lost, and we will see you next time, guys.